I'm alive. I'm awake. And I'm loving already the music in this game is freaking killing me. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I love the 20s. The style and just the whole era. Wow, 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 wow. Alright, so we're gonna try this game out, guys, on Free to Play Friday. Free game set in 1920s Prohibition-era America, when they tried to outlaw alcohol. We see how well that went, right? We'll see. I think it's all... I don't know if there's any, like, actual dialogue. I think it's all, like, text boxes, you know, but we'll see. Good morning for me. It is... Let me see. 10:30 in the morning. 10:37. Ooh, that music. I just love it. Ah, what a lovely night. What do I do here? Just click? Okay. What do you say we go get a drink? So that's the big guy, right? So I'm gonna have to give him a voice. Boss, that's the 5th time you used that joke today. Well, it's your fault for making such a hilarious face every time. He does not look like somebody who would be in Prohibition-era America. I was picturing like some stubble, a more round face, maybe like a cap or something. You know what I mean? Kind of took the mood out of it, you know? We'll see. My name is August Richter, and I'm a detective. Unfortunately, my parents thought a nice classic name like James or John just wouldn't be good enough for me. Everyone thought it'd be downright hilarious to call me July during my training. So I decided going by Richter would suit me just fine. Richter, I'm hungry. Didn't we just have dinner an hour? Oh, this is the boss? That's the boss. Oh, this is like really taking the steam out of me. He doesn't look like he could be a boss, does he? He's super skinny. Too angular. You know what I mean? Alright. Didn't we just have dinner an hour ago, boss? I can't even put these voices to them, because they don't look like they talk like that. They look like they talk like this. But it's Prohibition America. That sounded like Donald Trump. Oh, that was so scary. But my appetite for good food is never sated, just like my appetite for justice. What do you say? Should we go get... He can't say cannoli! Look at him! That's not a cannoli face, guys. That's not a cannoli face. You can't put this structure and that hair into somebody that says cannoli. I say cannoli. I make cannoli. I think we're gonna do a review of this game. Whoever's watching, if you guys want to do some input, I will add your input into the review. How's that sound? What do you say? Should we go get some cannoli? This is not a cannoli face. A fellow in Little Italy makes... What's this? Oh, I guess that's how you get there. A fellow in Little Italy makes really fantastic... Oh, it's a glossary. Little Italies are similar to Chinatowns. They hold large immigrant populations who preserve their culture, forming a little pocket in a city that resembles another country. The Little Italy in Cleveland was established in the late 1800s. Today, it is a popular historical district and home to a number of fine Italian restaurants and shops. The Little Italy in New York is fantastic, by the way. So is Chinatown. Oh, God, you get such good Peking duck. My God. A fellow in Little Italy makes a really fantastic... Boss, this is no time for cannoli. We've got a job to do. I beg to differ. There is always time for cannoli. When is there not? Oh, what is cannoli? Oh my god. Okay. So you make, so cannoli consists of two parts, right? It's a shell and it's a filling. So you make the shell, you make this nice dough, and you wrap it around these metal flutes, right? And you put both of them together in a pan, like in a pan of boiling oil, hot oil, to fry the shell, right? And it's round, so it like once you wrap it around, it's hard to explain, but basically the angles look like this on it, right? Because it's round before you roll it up. And you only have the tops touch. You don't wrap it all the way around a few times, right? Then inside is a cream made from, you take ricotta cheese, which is, I don't know where you're at if you have ricotta, but it's like, it's what's inside like cheese raviolis. I don't even know if you have cheese ravioli. Where are you from? Anyway, you take ricotta cheese, right? And you have to put it in a cheesecloth and let all the liquid come out of it for a day. Then you take that ricotta and you put in some vanilla extract. You do some orange zest, some powdered sugar, right? And you mix that up and you squeeze it into this shell. So the shell is super crispy and then the filling is nice and sweet. Oh my God. Yeah, I think your raviolis, I had this conversation with Rose, I think your raviolis are different in the UK than they are here. You guys mainly have meat raviolis, right? We have cheese raviolis are very popular here. But yeah, but that's what a cannoli is. And they're so damn good. I could devour some good cannoli. All right, this is no time for cannoli. We got a job to do. Okay, Richter, always such a stick in the mud. This fella right here is my senior partner, Leslie Clark. He wears his hair long and has what you might call a girlish face. Ya think? So he's seen more of his fair share of teasing, too. But somehow, absolutely nothing seems to faze him. Case in point, he's worried about cannoli when we're supposed to be tracking down criminals. A true inspiration to us all. I'm just saying, it's any time is a good time. You can get a cannoli real quick and eat it while you're going to look for criminals. I'm just saying. These guys do not belong in 1920s era prohibition. Ay. All right, let's get down to business. Run through the plan one last time, step by step. You're still new to the solo assignment, so I want to make sure you've got all the details down pat. Or you've just forgotten them because you fell asleep during our last meeting. How's that? Wait, what is this? Oh my God, you can even look and see what phrases mean. This phrase is the older equivalent of come again or what do you mean? This is ridiculous. Do you know how hard it is for me to play a game like this when I also know, so it's free to play Friday. I try and play new free games, right, that I haven't played yet, to expose them and say, hey, like, what is this game like? Let's take a look at this game and see if it's worth playing, right? The problem is one of my favorite games right now is also free to play, Warframe. But I'm playing this. You know how hard this is for me to not say, fuck this game, I'm gonna go play Warframe and go be a space ninja? But no, I'm gonna play this game, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Don't worry about it. I clear my throat, straighten my posture, and mentally put up tonight's agenda. You and I are splitting up to gather information on Cleveland's illegal liquor business and enforced Volstead. So let's look these up. Cleveland, Ohio. By 1920, Cleveland, Ohio was the 5th largest city in America. During Prohibition, speakeasies sprang up nearly everywhere in Cleveland, and the Volstead Act was very poorly enforced. It was home to several infamous mobsters, both Italian and Jewish, such as Shandor Burns and Mo Dalitz. The famous agent Elliot Ness, renowned for bringing down Al Capone with his team of agents, the Untouchables, worked in Cleveland for a time and is buried there in Lakeview Cemetery. The Volstead Act, or occasionally just Volstead, is the informal name of the National Prohibition Act. This act enforced the 18th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which made the sale and production of alcohol illegal in the United States. The Volstead Act became law on October 28, 1919. Prohibition was the cause of a major rise in organized crime in America. As time went on, more and more people began to ignore the act, law enforcement included. Finally, on December 5, 1933, the 18th Amendment was repealed and America was free to drink once more. That's what I'm talking about. Prohibition did not work, guys. Did not work. I'm heading to the speakeasy on Ness Avenue, and you're meeting with an FBI contact to scope out some warehouses. Leslie nods with his eyes closed, swiveling a little in his chair. Damn it, he better not be dozing off again. For tonight, my cover is Jack Vaughn, and I work for the city government. Yes, you can say your job is helping civilians, and it'll be technically true because you're terrible at lying. Why'd you get into this line of work again? I heard the agency needed detectives who didn't spend their payroll hours hunting for food. I don't believe that bullshit. Everybody hunts for food, if they're smart. Richter, how cruel! With a theatrical gasp, with a theatrical gasp, Leslie spins rapidly around in his office chair like my dry remarks just sent him into orbit. Sometimes I wonder about what bizarre twist of fate landed us together. Hurtful remarks aside, it sounds like you're all prepared. We'll meet back here tomorrow morning to trade reports, drink coffee, eat donuts. Is it my imagination, or is he drooling a little? Oh wait, that's this guy saying that? Whatever. Ah, and decide our next plan of action, of course. Understood? Loud and clear, boss. I give him a lazy salute before turning toward the door, smoothing out my vest. If I could speak today, it'd be awesome. This is too much wording for early morning. Richter? Please be careful. Watch yourself, stay alert, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Like what, skipping out on the job to get a cannoli? I'm serious, Richter. You're my partner. I don't want you to be turned into Swiss cheese by a Tommy gun or something. Alright, so Tommy guns are cool. A Tommy gun, or Thompson machine gun, was a popular weapon used by both law enforcement agents and criminals during the Prohibition era. So, quick little story. When I was in Vegas last time, I went to a shooting range, and I shot an MP5 in both semi-automatic and fully automatic mode, which was really awesome. And I shot just a 9mm Beretta, right? And then as I was leaving, I had noticed that they had a Tommy gun that you can shoot, and I was a little bit bummed out that I didn't get to shoot it, but they said it's really, really hard to handle. And I would have felt really poorly about myself, because it's really hard to actually get the target. I would like to try one, though. He would use a food metaphor. So promise me you'll be careful, alright? I worry about you whenever you're off solo. Don't worry, I got this. I feel like a kid trying to get permission to leave home. He does know I've done other undercover missions, right? No need to worry about me, boss. This may come as a surprise, but I can tie my own shoes, too. Oh, so you've been letting me tie them so I wouldn't get my feelings hurt? Richter, I'm touched. What the fuck is happening with this game? He flashes me a playful grin, although it doesn't do much to mask the concern still in his voice. This is getting kind of weird. Hey, Mr. Papercuts, I'm playing a weird fucking game, dude. Don't judge me, okay? It's free to play Friday. I pick out a game that's free, and I test it out. This is supposed to be set in Cleveland, in the 1920s era Prohibition. Do these guys look 1920s Prohibition-era America to you? This is kind of weird, because at first I was going to actually give them, like, 20s Prohibition-era voices, right? And I am a little bit. You sense some tension between these guys, right? I know. I know him well enough by now to see through his masks, for better or for worse. Unless there's anything else important, boss, I'm going to head out. All right. So my concern is, obviously, see, I didn't do any research on this game. That's kind of how I do Free-to-Play Friday. Which explains that whole Franken-boyfriend game that I played that I immediately shut off when they started talking about digging dicks out of graves. That's another subject. Anyway. So these anime games get a little bit weird, and I didn't know that this was an anime game. I just kind of picked it. So we'll see what happens. I'm getting a little bit... I don't know. Okay. Leslie pushes himself up from his chair, stepping over to get the door for me. Wow. I need to use my words, guys. I'm having a very tough time this morning. Mr. Papercuts, aren't you at work? It's your last day, right? Slacking on the job. I expect great things from your report tomorrow. With any luck, we'll be well on our way to making Cleveland a boring old town drier than the Sahara Desert. Doesn't sound quite so encouraging when I put it that way, does it? Can't argue there. God bless America, land of the liquor free. You guys are both wet towels. See you in the morning, boss. Give him hell, detective. Look at that face. He reaches out to ruffle my hair fondly, as he often does. I stopped brushing it down a while ago. Leslie always likes to mess it up first thing anyway. These two are spicy. Maybe this will get good. We trade wry smiles, and with that, I head out into the cool night air. Next stop, Richter's first speakeasy. At least there's good music, I think. See what I'm talking about? Argent Games presents. You're working on your last day of work. August Richter, soft-boiled detective. Leslie Clark, scatterbrain boss. Meyer Eastman, definitely not a gangster. This makes me want to do the Charleston. If I had a stand-up... So my goal is, I'm saving up money, right? And I keep saying I'm going to do one of those little donation bars. But my goal is to save up for one of those convertible things, right? So I can make this into a stand-up thing. So I could stream standing up. Because I love to dance and bounce around. But I'm sitting in a chair right now, so I can't do the Charleston. Simple as that. I'm sorry. Password. A gruff voice whispers to me through the slot in the door, so I guess I should be more gruff, right? Okay. Got it. The basement is this dingy restaurant. The basement of this dingy restaurant echoes with the muffled sounds of swing music, like it's haunted by some ghostly jazz band. Swordfish. There's a long pause. My informant definitely said the password was swordfish. This isn't a setup, is it? If it is, heads will roll by the end of tonight, assuming mine's still. We're in. The door swings open before I can finish that thought. Welcome, sir. Please enjoy your night. Thanks, I'm sure I will. I step past a tall, dour doorman and into the loudest place I've ever seen or heard. Smoke everywhere, deafening music, giant gaggle of dancers, loitering hopheads. Let's look and see what hopheads are, guys. Hophead, a term used to refer to a drug addict, usually opium. The hop in the word originated from slang for opium. Flappers posing in their risque skirts, drunk saps trying to impress them. Flappers are a famous symbol of the Roaring '20s. In a time when women were traditionally expected to wear long dresses and be morally conservative, the flapper, a woman with bobbed hair, a short skirt, and a bold attitude, was a backlash against this formal society. I will tell you right now. But this is fun stuff to learn. Come on. I'll tell you right now, if I were in the 20s, I would have been a flapper. 100%, no doubt about it. Sap. A sap is an idiot or a foolish person. It is a shortened version of sapskull, an insult that takes its name from sapwood, softwood. All this laughter and cheer makes you wonder what's so criminal about it all. Guess it's not my job to ask those kinds of questions. After I wander around a little, weaving through the hooch-holding crowd, I end up loitering by the bar. I'm just gonna shorten this. Hooch is a term for alcohol. The bartender's staring at me. I raise a brow at him, offering a silent defense. What, isn't it normal to come to a speakeasy and not order any liquor? It's not normal. No? His face is definitely saying no. Alright, I'd like to order one of the special. The special comes out at Ed's bathtub, mister. Oh yeah, bathtub gin. During Prohibition, many people bottled their own liquor at home. They often used their bathtubs in order to water down homemade fermented alcohol sinks were used, usually too small to fit bottles. That whole sentence didn't make sense, did it? During Prohibition, many people bottled their own liquor at home. They often used their bathtubs in order to water down homemade fermented alcohol. Oh, it's not alcohol sinks. It's alcohol. Pause. Sinks were usually too small to fit bottles. Got it. Wahahaha. The bartender bellows out a laugh when I freeze in horror. Whoo boy, don't worry, adds to the taste. I sure bet it does. Still laughing, he uncorks a bottle and pours me a glass of clear liquid, stuffing a lime slice into the rim. A lice. What the fuck? I don't know if I can play this game, guys. It's like putting a fancy bow on a pile of horse crap, but I guess I should appreciate the effort. I lift the glass, taking a cautious sip. I don't know. Jesus, that's bad. What does Ed do in his bathtub? Actually, I don't want to answer that. As I hold my glass of God knows what and lean back against the bar, my gaze wanders around the crowded parlor. The informant said this place is a key part of Cleveland's liquor business. Apparently, it's owned by mobster types. And now that I think about it, those guys over there look a little rough around the edges. They're not drinking or dancing. They're watching the patrons. I casually scoot down the bar, getting close enough to overhear their conversation. It's so loud in here that I can't make out what they're saying, but I manage to catch a few words. Damn Italians, our turf, them and the cops. Did I hear that right? They aren't part of the Italian mob? Oh god, they're gonna define the Italian mob. I have to read this. I have to. So guys, I'm Italian. And yes, my family was part of the Prohibition era. The Italian mob gained a foothold in Cleveland during Prohibition. It began with the Leonardo and Porello brothers during the early 1900s. The Cleveland's first major mob boss was Joseph Leonardo. The families made the majority of their money through supplying corn sugar, a crucial component for making alcohol, to bootleggers. Later in the 1930s, a larger consolidated group known as the Mayfield Road Mob formed in Cleveland with the powerful Frank Milano at its head. Oh, yeah. I wonder who owns this place then. It must be a different gang. Alright, look. This is the deal. Hold on. Well, this is a history. I don't know. Some kind of deal. That'll work? Risky. I strain my ears as much as I can, sensing the conversation's about to get even more interesting. Just one or two hints, maybe a name, come on. Only one drink for you tonight, my friend? A low, eloquent voice murmurs in my right ear. Murmurs in my ear, wow. The culprit smirks at me when I whip my head around in surprise, offering a little wiggle of his fingers in greeting. Like this, I guess? That's an interesting greeting for a mob boss. Tall, suited, and well-groomed, he has an unusually refined look to him. Is he offering to buy me a drink? I could manage another drink, but not one of whatever this is. I jerk my chin towards a mild rat poison in my glass. What the fuck am I playing? What am I even fucking doing with this? You don't like it, really? I've been told that's one of the best drinks here. 1 or 2 more, and I promise it'll start growing on you. No, really, I like my tongue too much to put it through more of Satan's mouthwash. My dry comment makes the stranger chuckle, and he flashes me a wink. Oh, so that's the problem. Well, never fear. I'll take good care of that tongue of yours. What's that supposed to... Bartender, a fresh drink for the delicate-tongued gentleman. And the usual for myself. What the fuck am I playing right now? He waves at the man behind the counter, who quickly nods. Oh, great. I can't actually get drunk, damn it. It's like this guy's here just to ruin my investigation. We'll get you fixed up with something that'll tickle your fancy, mister. Trailing off, the stranger raises one eyebrow at me expectantly. Jack Vaughn. Jack, huh? Not the name I'd have picked for you, but I still like it. Really? What name would you have picked? Ask me again after you've had a few more drinks. As if on cue, the bartender passes a glass towards me and gently slides a steaming cup toward my companion. Is that coffee? Thank you, Arthur. Anytime. He throws the man beside me a wily grin. I can't shake the feeling that I'm the butt of some inside joke, but maybe that's my detective's paranoia talking. You don't drink, huh? I wouldn't call myself a teetotaler, but I do like to stay sharp. So, a teetotaler is someone who completely abstains from alcohol. The etymology of this word is fuzzy and anecdotal, but may stem from the reputation of the T for total abstinence. Teetotaler. Well, drinking partner, since you've twisted me into this, who exactly am I toasting with again? My name is Meyer, and I'll endeavor to make sure you won't forget it. How the hell am I supposed to read this guy? If I didn't know better, I'd almost think he was trying to... L'chaim. That's a... Here, guys. That's a Jewish toast to life in Hebrew. Exclaiming some sort of toast, he clinks his cup against my glass. For fuck's sake, I can't read today. I mimic Meyer's pronunciation when he happily nods in approval. We both sip our drinks. Not as bad as Ed Deluxe. Guys, I don't think I could play this game. I don't even know where this is going. I was hoping for real 1920s era Prohibition. But this is obviously just one of those really bizarre anime-style games that I can never seem to get into. Do you see what I'm saying? Meyer leans in closer, propping his elbow on the counter and gazing at my face. So, like, I was hoping for, like, real 1920s. Like, back then, that was really frowned upon, right? And so the gangsters, the mob bosses, had to seem, like, real tough, right? If he's hell-bent on being all friendly, maybe I can pull some information out of him. I bet he knows something. He's got that kind of smug air. Yes, woe is me and my delicate tongue. Really, where do they get this stuff? Is it all home brewed? Surely there's a big cellar. Of course, why, the biggest cellar in town, no less. So he does know. Now I just have to. But more importantly, why don't you tell me a little more about yourself? Or a lot more. I promise you I won't mind. Alright, play it cool, Richter. I can't rush this or he'll catch on. Skin, I don't know what the fuck I'm playing. Are you ready for some Warframe, though? Because I don't know. So this is supposed to be a 1920s Prohibition-era game, right? Set in Prohibition, America, in Cleveland. During the time of Prohibition, you have these detectives trying to shut down the speakeasies and find, like, the big sellers of the alcohol, right? So that they can get to the bottom of it. And FNIA worded it just perfectly. This game got weird fast. Like, obviously, I wasn't expecting one of those anime-style games. And it's one of those anime-style games. I was expecting, like, real 1920s Cleveland. And it's definitely gotten really weird really fast. Like that Frankenstein game, remember that? Where they were digging up dicks? You remember that? I'm nobody special, really. I help keep civilians safe, serve the city, and all that. His smirk deepens for some reason. Just another average fella here to relax after a hard day's work. Hoping to take the edge off. What the fuck? Are you just gonna sit there and me all night or what? Well, I don't mean to be rude, but I have a sneaking suspicion that you're lying. Why don't you be honest with me, Jack? Be honest with you, I'm not... Myers leans even more, this time snaking an arm about my shoulders and pulling me in close. Do you see what I mean? It's gotten so weird. A fucking chorus, I'm ready for war, afraid, not this goddamn Japanese-American hentai dudes. I know, I know. I swallow, trying to keep a hold of myself as his lips brush against my ear. He can't know. There's no way he knows. You're really a simcha, aren't you? Now, why can't they define that one? Now I have to look this up, because I don't know. That must be some anime thing, because I'm not real big into the anime world. Oh, it's not. It's a Jewish word. A Jewish private party or celebration? How? That doesn't make any sense. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I'm wondering, okay, so it also says that simcha also means a word for gladness or joy, okay? Now, what's another name for gladness and joy is gay. So I wonder if that's the word they're using. Let's find out. A simcha? Confused, I steal a side glance at Meyer. Hold on, let me put my thing back on here. This is worse. This is like worse than the room. What room? What do you mean the room? A pimp, of course. What? Like, where the fuck would he get that from? And where did that word come from? I just looked up the definition. That is not the definition of a... Okay. What? Oh, you can't fool me with that act, Jack. I saw you looking around early for any attractive girls, subtle as a train wreck. Lord have mercy. If I have to pretend to be a pimp, I think I'll just run out the door instead. The room, as in, oh, hello, Mark. This is super cringeworthy, right? I don't even know what to do with this. Alright, yeah. I'm done. I'm done. You know, it's not... It's just a boring game, too. Like, so far, this game is super boring. It's not a game that I can be like, ooh, I wonder what's gonna happen. It's, like, boring. So far, there's nothing to it. What do you mean, oh, hello, Mark? Yeah, we're gonna return to the menu. And we're gonna quit this game. So, guys, what should I put in the review? Really weird, really fast. Wait, hold on. Oh, let me see.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
What the fuck? Wait, how do I get back? How do I get back? How do I get back? Why did that... Oh my god, I don't know how to get back to my chat, guys. I opened up the video. And I don't know how to get back. I don't know how to get back to my chat. Oh no, it opened up the video where my chat goes. What do I do? What do I do? Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, so this is the consensus of this game that I just quickly ended. It got really weird really fast. It's supposed to be 1920s Prohibition America, set in Cleveland with detectives who are trying to end speakeasies. And it turned into two anime detectives working together with obvious sexual tension. And one of them goes into a bar, and the mob boss obviously is interested in him in sexual ways. And I need to start. I think I need to start. Wait, why is my chat is not refreshing? Hold on. I think I need to start really looking at games first for Free to Play Friday before I play them, because wow. Boring as fuck is what you put in the review. Yeah. I think that's a really good idea. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do because I don't want Warframe in the same stream as that really bizarre game. So I'm going to end this stream and I'm going to change the title and I'm going to revamp everything because Warframe deserves to be in its own stream because it's that fucking good. And I'm going to be back with some Warframe because that game was unplayable. So I'll be right back, guys. Wow, that was yeah. I don't even know. I picked a bad one, guys. Please still love me. Please love me. All right, I will be right back.